two-part question here. First question was, what have you achieved politically in terms of success? Have you been successful, such as lobbying, community advocacy, legislation, etc.? The next question is, a resident has frustrated you publicly. They have a great cause that they want your help with. What do you do?
Help. You help that person. I mean, this is not something that somebody's going to come up and say to me, well, Folio, I've been coming and attacking you, and now I have this great idea that's going to help our community. That person, that public servant, should be able to separate business from personalness. If business is you being out there serving our community, then you up there, you serve the community the way you have to. Now, if you personally don't like me, or you personally have a problem with me, that's something else. But let's keep it fair for everyone, and we need to bring that fairness back. And the only way you bring fairness back is by understanding how people actually fluctuate right now. Now, the first part of that question was what?
It was, what have you achieved politically? Any success in lobbying, community advocacy, legislation change, etc.?
No to none of that, but I was on Parking Authority for 5 years. If you guys, I invite all of you to actually look at the ways that I voted for the last 5 years. A lot of people may say that, like I said, I was part of the system. I would invite you guys to go in there and see the way I voted against the system, even though I worked in the system. So if I worked in the system and then decided to vote against the system and resign from the system, then that tells you what I'm about. I'm not here for no salary. I'm not here for some sort of personal achievement. I'm here to serve you guys as a whole, and that's what it is.
Because I haven't been a politician, I've been a journalist. So what we try to do as journalists is we try to change people's minds a little bit at a time, and to try to get policy changes as a result of the stuff that we write. We try to get people to help. We try to help people understand each other better. The concrete thing that I'm proudest of that I achieved in the last year was something that I actually worked with the village on, with John Royal. It was about busing. It was about kids in Camden, that they're subject to the 2.5-mile rule of the state if they're older kids, 2 miles if they're younger kids. And the stuff that they had to go through to get to school in this city was crazy. I mean, there are kids walking down Broadway, stepping over, homeless people and prostitutes, and kids without coats walking long distances in the winter. So I wrote a story. I followed a kid on a long walk to school. The village did a demonstration at the same time. Paymon told me that as a result of my story, 300 or 400 kids got busing who wouldn't have got busing, and they changed their policy. So things like that, matter a lot to me. And I view being on council as a chance to do more concrete things. Thank you.
Did you want to add? First part of the question was what have you achieved politically, such as lobbying, community advocacy, legislation change, etc. And the second question was, if a resident frustrated you publicly, and they had a question, had a great cause that they wanted your help with, what would you do?
I'm a public servant, always have been and always will be. I serve the people. This was the choice I made when I came from college. And if someone needs something that has a good program that's doing something for the children, better our community, they get the funding that they need and the funding that it's going to take to keep them running smoothly. Have I changed any policies, legislation? No, I have not. I never thought that I would be standing on this side of the table. But when I realized that I watched a city I grew up in drastically change for the worse, and last May, I watched my grandbaby have to run in the house because there's a shooting around the corner. I decided then, and it's not about being politically savvy or I know what the city needs to get better. I live here. I raise my children here. And I watched a community get riddled by gunfire the whole month of May. We had 2 homicides every 2 days. And the people we elected didn't even speak out to make us feel safe. in the city where I pay my taxes at, where I'm raising my family. So I haven't changed legislation, but I have went to city council meetings, I have fought in behalf of the people. I supported the people in anything they decided to do. Whether or not I wore the badge or the uniform, it was about the community and what they needed and the needs of the people. I'm a public servant. I will continue to be a public servant. If elected, I'll serve my people the best way I can because I'm doing city at large. So.
My background is in education, and as far as politics is concerned, I'm taking an educational stance on politics as far as civic education and engagement. I have registered a number of people to vote over the past 20 years. I have taught young people about civic education, about the importance of getting involved in the power of the people. I work with Journey for Justice Alliance with Ravansha Dickerson and representing public schools and fighting for equality in public education. I have worked along with a part of the Camden Parents Union. I have organized and developed a civic engagement conference last October at Creative Arts School for young people. Let them know about their power, about the importance of getting involved in the political process. And just like you, I have voted for some of the people that have been in office, but they have failed us. And I've watched them fail us, but I can no longer sit on the sideline and watch. Just like President Obama said in his farewell speech, if you don't like the politicians that are in office, then you grab petitions and you run for office. And that's what I decided to do with the team that I have right here, to decide to run and speak for the people.
So I want to answer the question backwards. I'm not frustrated easily. So if someone attempted to frustrate me, I don't frustrate easily. Like I said, my background, I worked as a residential treatment, a director of a residential treatment center. 85% of our youth in the inner cities have some type of trauma, so I get cursed out almost every week. You know, Mr. Q, you ain't nothing. We're gonna fight. You know, we talk about young people 25 years old and younger, and then turn around and ask for $100. So, you know, and then come out of my pocket and feed them. So that really doesn't bother me. You can curse me out, you can call my mom, it don't bother me, you know, because I'm still gonna be me. And then the next question, as far as political, I've not had a political career. I've been encouraged against it and thought that my whole life I'll be on the ground, doing the work. And then I realized I've been on the outside of the door. So for the last 4 years, I've been knocking on Dana Red's door. I've been knocking on Frank Moran because we were in East Camden with our organizations at Dudley School. We have a youth-based newspaper. I mean, the list goes on. You know, with measurables of success for our young people. And I've been knocking on the door for support for City Council. Now Frank Moran is running for mayor, and no answer. You know, so I've been knocking on, been down, Mayor Dana Red. Come this way. You know, we're gonna help you. You get to their office, no answer. So I've been on the other side, so I know what it looks like. So that's my time. Thank you.